What's up YouTube? My name's Justin and welcome back to another video here on Meritocracy. So, I was thinking about some videos that we could be doing here on the channel, and one of the ones that I've been really wanting to do for a while are the classes in D&D, or Dungeons & Dragons. I love the intricacies that game has and the customization it has, and just the ability to use your imagination and be able to just make basically whatever you want to happen. And one of the best ways to do that is, well, through creating your own character and through the classes that they provide. So what this video series is going to cover is basically each of the classes in D&D, what their strengths are, what they're generally known for, and a lot of their stats and abilities. Basically, it's kind of like an encyclopedia video, so if you already know everything there is to know about, say, a cleric, you might not need to watch this. But if you don't, or you have no idea how any of these classes work, hopefully you can get something out of this. And the first one we're going to do was actually more unexpected on my part. We're going to do the Bard first. Now, originally I was going to do the Barbarian, but things came up and I needed to go back and rework that one. Anyway, let's get into this. So I was genuinely a little worried about doing a video on this class, as Bards aren't really my type of character. But they really are one of the more unique classes players can be, able to do a little bit of everything. They work as sort of a jack of all trades, delving into magic, fighting, and diplomacy through their use of music and the magic they can harness from it. However, the music isn't necessarily what is magical. Rather, music is the means by which bards express and control their magical abilities, weaving complex and beautiful songs that can enchant, subdue, or inspire. Bards can be found just about anywhere, in a tavern, in the court of a king, or with a group of warriors. It all depends on what the bard's goals are and what kind of story he wants to tell from his adventure. However, it's important to emphasize that bards are not just casual diplomats or musicians. They have the rare ability to draw their magic from their music, something not many creatures in the multiverse can actually do. And it sets them apart as a very valuable member of any party they belong to. So as stated before, bards can learn a variety of skills and abilities, allowing them to be very versatile. The bard can be a warrior who has mastered the art of swordplay and whose instrument may actually be his weapon. Or perhaps the bard is an intellectual in pursuit of knowledge, so as to harness even more meaning out of their craft and their song. And above all else, what bards want most is a good story, something they can regale audiences with and craft into a piece of art all its own. No matter their goal and their style, a bard is an adventurer through and through. Gameplay-wise, while bards can do a little bit of everything, they tend to fill more of a support role, providing bonuses to their teammates and helping them in any way they can. And when looking at their skill set, bards will quickly learn that they'll reach their full potential by being a team player and working together with their party. So the basic stats and characteristics of the bard are as follows. So first, for hit points, their hit dice equals 1d8 per bard level. Their level 1 hit points are 8 plus their constitution modifier, and their hit points at higher levels are 1d8 or 5 if you want to keep it simple, plus their constitution modifier per bard level after level 1. So not the highest of hit points, but bards generally don't tank on the front lines. For their basic proficiencies, bards are proficient in light armor, simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. And for tools, 3 musical instruments of your choice. And their saving throws are dexterity and charisma. And they can pick from any 3 skills they want, once again showing the versatility of the bard and how unique they can be from even other bards. Finally, the bard's starting equipment can consist of the following: a rapier, a longsword, or any simple weapon that you choose, a diplomat's pack or an entertainer's pack, a lute or any other musical instrument, leather armor, and a dagger. Besides these tangible statistics, bards can also have a variety of characteristics that can shape how they interact with the world and why they do so in such a way. For example, the bard can have a defining work that they take personal pride in creating or are renowned for. They can also customize their instrument to best suit their needs and be a unique work of art in and of itself. Or perhaps they had a great embarrassing moment or terrible performance that caused them to be cautious in certain situations, or even have doubts under stress, giving them a relatable weakness and flaw. Many bards also have what is called a muse, or certain personal concept that they incorporate into the very being of their art, such as nature or battle. These different traits can make for a very interesting adventure with your character outside of just the numbers and the damage they do, and truly root them into the world. As for general abilities, bards have a range of abilities and skills that help them perfect their craft and allow them to contribute fully to their teams. For starters, bards are highly adept spellcasters, meaning they can use 9th level spells after sufficient training. Uniquely, they use their charisma as their spellcasting ability, and can use their musical instrument as a focus to their power. So living up to their support role in a group, bards can give their teammates inspiration through their encouragement and words using the aptly named Bardic Inspiration. This gives whatever creature the inspiration was directed to, provided they can hear the bard, an extra d6 to add to any of their rolls. Now, a creature can only be inspired once at a time, meaning they can't just stack inspiration die, but by doing this, the bard provides a huge boon to the team and can even save them from dire situations just from inspiring words and music. And this is done based off the bard's charisma modifier, so if one has, say, a +2, they can do it 2 times, until they take a long rest. Also, this bonus die increases the higher the bard levels up to a d12 by level 15. Starting at level 2, bards become a jack of all trades, officially, and gain a Song of Rest. The Jack of all trades adds half of the bard's proficiency bonus, rounded down, to any ability check where they aren't proficient, which can be really nice in certain situations. Song of Rest allows bards to play or sing a song during a short rest, allowing any party members who can hear the song to heal up using their hit dice. Level 3 gives bards an expertise in 2 of their skills in which they are already proficient, doubling their proficiency bonus in that ability. Level 4 is the usual ability score improvement, and for this one, it's all up to how the bard is played. I would recommend getting the charisma modifier increased, however, as it is the most important stat in the bardic toolkit. Level 5 removes the long rest requirement to gain back bardic inspiration, regaining the inspiration after a short rest instead. Level 6 allows bards to counter charm, providing direct support to a creature that is fighting against mind-influencing effects such as fear or charming. They do have to be able to hear the performance though, and the performance can't be interrupted for it to work, but through the bard's music and words, the enemy's magic can be effectively disrupted. One of the best bardic skills is the obtaining of magical secrets. Starting at level 10, bards can delve into the magical arts even more and learn 2 spells from any class they want. This can be done at level 14 and 18 as well, giving bards access to a very customizable magical skill set. Finally, reaching level 20 allows bards to gain back a bardic inspiration when initiative is rolled if they don't happen to have any. So as stated before, bards can become basically whatever they want to become. It all depends on the bardic college they profess to belong to and what skill they would like to learn. There are 5 colleges to choose from, 3 of which have been added through Xanathar's Guide to Everything. And honestly, this is my favorite part of the classes in D&D. The first one is the College of Lore. Bards who adhere to the College of Lore are some of the most skillful people in the multiverse, desiring knowledge and learning above all else. As such, bards of this college gain 3 extra skill proficiencies, as well as earlier access to magical spells that belong to other classes. They also have the ability to use their bardic inspiration on themselves, or use cutting words to impair an enemy. Another college many bards adhere to is the College of Valor. These bards love warriors and warrior culture, gaining proficiencies with more armor and weapon types, learning how to attack better and faster, and even learning how to combine their magic with physical attacks. They can also inspire better combat out of their allies, allowing them to fight more effectively and crippling their enemies. The College of Glamour is a very interesting one. As to join, the bard must be taught in the ways of Fey magic by someone of the realm of the Feywild, or who has been taught there themselves. With this magic, they can greatly manipulate those around them, whether it be seduction through their performance, or by gaining complete control and surrender of their enemy through their use of illusory mantles and personal majesty, giving them a breathtaking beauty and inspiring and manipulating those around them. Bards of the College of Swords use their blades and other weapons as their instruments of choice, entertaining those around them with their stunts while also commanding a great fighting presence. Unlike the College of Valor though, bards of the College of Swords focus primarily on the art of the duel, turning every encounter into a work of art through sheer swordsmanship. The last bardic college is the infamous College of Whispers. These bards generally do not have the best of intentions and often pretend to be of another college, as other bards tend to not trust them and even downright hate their manipulative methods. And for good reason. Bards of this college can lace their words with magic to invoke fear and panic into another creature. They can infuse their weapon attacks with magic to tear up the mind of an opponent, and even steal the visage of a dead foe and disguise themselves as that foe. Bards are really the jack of all trades in D&D, and if you get into character, can be some of the most rewarding characters to play as or even just play with. And thank you all for watching. Unless there is an actual demand for a certain character class, I'll probably just keep going more or less in alphabetical order, slipping in the Barbarian at some point. But that does mean next is the Cleric, and that'll be a fun one because there are a lot of subclasses for the Cleric. Anyway, thanks for watching and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.